Hello and welcome back to It's New. It's new. We got some things to talk about today, I think. We got some things. Not shirts, not palm trees, some real important business. Anyway, Morty, what are you talking about today?
Touch my content and I'll sue you.
And new?
Microsoft finally gets on board with doing search with AI.
And I'm going to talk about Google's crawler issues and then some Search Console API delays. And Greg, what do you got?
And Google has announced, this is my worst one ever, everybody. AI generated answer results open by default.
This is like a shame. We have like a shame wall for Greg.
I had one and I realized the acronym didn't make sense. And then I panicked, guys. I'm human.
We saw the panic in you.
Just do what Barry does. Google ads.
Well, it's not really AI overviews. I was going to say Google creates AIOOs, AI open overviews. That was what I had lined up. And then I realized it's the answers that are AI, but they're not technically AI overviews. And the last thing I want to do is give people bad information on the show. I'd rather make myself look like a fool.
Take one for the team
every day.
All right. Talking about fools, Morty, do you want to start us off?
Yep. Here I am. So
like that transition?
Love it.
Land.
Up in the game.
Totally lands. So Chegg, is that how you pronounce it? Chegg is suing Google. Surprised no one sued Google so far already about this stuff. Yeah, right? They're basically saying, hey, Google, wait a second. Your AI overviews are stopping people from getting to our website, and they're taking proprietary content and just using it on Google in a way we never actually really agreed to. So they're suing Google. I think it's interesting because Google ranking your content or using it in their feature snippet, like those rules have been established. The way that Google and also OpenAI, everybody, all the AI have accessed your content was basically stealing it. And I don't know why this hasn't happened. I know there was a lawsuit against OpenAI. Was it the New York Times? Somebody sued OpenAI at one point, right? I'm surprised there hasn't been more of this.
There's been a bunch, but this is the first one specifically with AI overviews, I believe.
Yeah.
And supposedly this is going to go nowhere unless this comes into become some really big class action lawsuit. Then there's a chance. But otherwise, it seems like they're going bankrupt. This Chegg company, they hired a company to try to sell them off, Goldman Sachs, and then they hire a law firm to go ahead and sue Google over this. Which again, they're not going to win, sadly. But there's a lot of data out there, like we discussed in previous shows, how click-through rates through AI reviews are horrible. Everything just gets really, really bad when it comes to that, and it's sending less and less traffic to Google from Google to your site. And then the additional, like you said, the complaint on top of that was that they're using our content to go ahead and give answers, and we're not getting reciprocated with that traffic. So It would be nice if this was more of like a class action lawsuit and not just an individual site suing, especially a company that's going out of business. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with this.
Yeah. And I think now, especially even in that article yesterday, where we saw all the citations everywhere, 40, 50, 60 citations from AI overviews. That's why I was so just confused when AI overviews came out and there were no citations, because I think if there were no citations, you'd have a case to say you're stealing this content from my site and not providing any links. And now you can't say that. So again, that's why you need citations.
Yeah, but it's like the citations are a way of like a loophole to get out of all of this. Like they changed the rules of engagement, right? No one knew they were actually doing this. It's like fair use. Like no one actually knew they were going around to take your content. We knew they were going around and take your content so they can rank it and index it and show a snippet, blah, 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 blah. That we all knew. We all allowed it. So like we're complicit. If you don't want that, don't index your pages. But no one knew this was happening, and the link's just a way to get around it.
Even with the snippets, though, there was a link, right? There's a way to get back. And then with the early version of AI overviews, I could see that actually some people winning a lawsuit with that. I can't see it now. No chance.
No, it's never going to happen. Agreed. Even before, no one's going to beat these companies. You're going to beat Google. Can't fight Google.
I try every day.
Like to fight, Morty. Anu, what do you got for us?
So yes, we are seeing Microsoft testing a more fully AI-powered search engine. This was picked up by Mayank Parmar. Sorry if I've said the name wrong there. Who wrote on Windows latest. So if you go to bing.com/Copilot Search, they are testing out, like a search view or for using like AI, using like their Copilot, which was formerly Bing Chat, which is something that, Chat GPT has already been testing, and Gemini. So yeah, Microsoft again being slow on the uptake on these kind of technologies, which I find very interesting. So yeah, hopefully we'll see where that goes.
I mean, I don't know if they were slow. I mean, this is a different take on AI search from Microsoft. So initially, they're one of the. I mean, they were one of the first actually. They came out with Bing Chat early on. Bing Chat was incorporating, actually just building some type of like Chat GPT on their own. Then they incorporated it into Microsoft. They also launched something called Bing Generative Search Experience right after Google launched Google Search Generative Experience. And now they're testing, like, maybe this is not working. Maybe a simpler interface. This is definitely a simpler interface than what you see when you go to Bing Search Direct generally, and you get those Copilot answers. So I don't know. It's a weird test. I don't know how they must have tipped him off. He must have tipped off Windows latest on this, because I don't see how anybody could find this. That being said, it is a much simpler and cleaner interface, which is nice to see. I don't know. And then on my side, I'm talking about, so there's a bunch of chatter around Google's crawlers causing some type of weirdness when it comes to crawling. They're seeing time for crawling, like the average response rate, shoot up significantly high, and then the crawl requests themselves dive. So I guess Google's having problems crawling these websites. And I have two screenshots in the post. I had one initially, then I added a new one. This was spotted by Gianna, who posts on LinkedIn and Blue Sky about this. John Mueller responded basically saying, things will probably calm down. The issue she thinks is that some CDNs didn't pick up on some IP changes for Googlebot, and they're having a tough time in blocking Google. So if you're noticing any weird crawling behavior, go to your Google Search Consoles, click on the settings icon, click on the crawl rate report, and you'll be able to see if there's like this, if your orange line goes straight up and your blue line goes straight down, the crawl requests go down, then you're probably in this bucket, and you should probably reach out to your CDN, your content delivery network, to let them know that something's awry and send them this information so they could fix it. And there's a lot of people complaining about this. It doesn't seem to be impacting like Cloudflare or AWS, but it is an issue. And then on Google Search Console side, it seems like their API is delayed. It's not the web interface. The web interface seems to be up to date within a few hours, but the API itself. So if you pull in data to like Looker Studio or BigQuery or any of your custom reports, or your third-party tool may use the API as well. This seems like the API is about backed up to like the 20th or the 21st of February, so like last Thursday. So if you need that data, go to the web interface. Otherwise, just wait for Google to actually update and streamline that data so it gets better.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, wait a little bit longer.
Exactly. And Greg, what do you got for us?
Okay, the CEO from Mordy's story isn't going to like this one when he checks it out, but Google is testing AI-generated answer results open by default. So these are not actually AI overviews. You could kind of see that. Those are open. But in the past, there would be those answer boxes, and they had that caret down, and you would have to click on it in order to have it open up. And Sachin Patel has seen that Google, as a test, at least for him, is showing that when you scroll through, and it's on mobile, I don't know about desktop, you almost get the AI overview experience within that answer box. So you can see a little bit of what that answer will be. Instead of having to click on it to see more, you can kind of get a little bit of a preview there to what that AI answer is.
Yeah. I felt this like weird a little bit. I don't know if it's like a bug or it's on purpose, but yeah, by default, it usually is closed. Those like AI answers. I don't know what they used to call them. Initially, they were just feature snippets, and now they're switching to AI answers. But now Google's testing open them by default, which is, I guess, gives a little more exposure to those answers, which is nice, I guess, just for some people. Morty doesn't seem happy about it, but
it just before.
What?
I'm trying to remember if they've done something similar before.
Probably.
Okay. It honestly just looks like more AI overviews.
Yeah,
that's what it looks. It's just blue citations.
We need more.
Less winning.
Any event, thanks so much for listening. We're back tomorrow with more It's New. Everyone have a great day, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Anno never said anything mean about me. Bye.
Yeah.
Too late.